Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back. Every last drop letter 35. Join me for a little bit of mobility, a little bit of movement, and we're going to run through this week's letter. Hopefully unpack a few concepts that I'm really enjoying at the moment. So jump into a little cat cow, or if you just want to listen along, that's cool too. But we are where we are because of our previous actions. We are where we are because of our previous actions. So this is every last drop, letter number 35. Wow, I did that wrong twice. Swag. So a bit of a preface. We all have different circumstances, I get it. Like we all have had different experiences in our life that make us who we are. And I'm not disregarding any of that. Like some of us have gone through some extreme shit. Some of us have just gone through some like less extreme shit, but it's all relative, and that's like a huge part of this is the relativity of everything. But the point being is I'm not denying the real world extreme shit that many of us go through. So let's just not deny that to start with. But now to the empowering point. Irrelevant of where we are. I'm not really doing any movement, am I? Anyway, let's get into the movement aspect that I wanted to do today. So if you want to jump into this with me, and let's unpack this letter. So, irrelevant of the things that we've been through, you could argue that the way in which we reacted, whether we chose to or not, is sort of like the reason that we become who we become. So if you look back, let's say, like Andy Frisella says, 1,000 days, you can see over the last 1,000 days, you can just, like, if you just critically look at the last 1,000 days, you see why you are now in the position that you're in. You know, like, you can see that it unfolds into you being you right now. So, again, not disregarding the different traumatic events that we all go through and stuff, but the point is more, you can look back and see that we are where we are because of our previous actions, whether it's intentional or not. So, yeah, taking all emotions out of this before we analyze our own life. Like if we just take all of the emotion out of the fact that when we talk about this, it's very triggering because some people are like, I'm more than just an accumulation of my actions. You are. We're like so much more than that. However, our current life and the way it looks and the way we are in the world is the summation of our actions. So simplifying it down to that is, in my opinion, the most empowering point of view that you can take on this, because it's either I'm a victim and life's just happened to me and now here I am and life's hard, or I am taking I'm taking control over my actions and I now am where I am because of my actions, whether that's in a good or bad place. You know, like for me, I ended up in a shitty place because of my actions, because of my choices to participate in certain ways of life and lifestyle. So, you know, now I'm extremely happy most of the time because of the things that I decide to take actions on. And we all have that ability, and that's why I'm sharing this, because I feel like my life has genuinely changed so much from understanding these concepts on a deeper level. So why is this empowering? Because it simply states that we can therefore change our actions and shape ourselves into a different version of ourselves. So first, accepting that we are a summation of our actions in terms of where we are and what we're doing with our life, accepting that. Why? Because we can then see that through that acceptance, we can be like, you know what, fuck, I can change the next 365 days in what I do, and then I will therefore be someone different. So first we accept, and then we can see that I will be different if I choose to act, which is, I love it. So I'm going to take this personally for a second. I'm not financially free because I haven't made the choices to become financially free, right? So lack of education or lack of actions or otherwise, I'm not fully stepping into the like most empowered version of myself, free from my fears and everything because I'm not taking the actions to do so. I'm not taking the courageous actions towards my fears, like dealing with past emotions and things I'm still scared of, right? Like I'm still not stepping fully into those. Those are actions I'm not taking. So yeah, I mean that's the point there. I'm not diving into those dark places that I don't really want to visit, that I know that I need to really sort of liberate myself to really go after my dreams. And I'm slowly getting there, but the point being we could be taking bigger and more action. So we all have these, however big or small they are in our lives, the things that we're either putting off or not doing, the things that we know would fully empower us if we did. So a cheeky little quote from Disturbed, you know the Disturbed song. Sometimes the darkness will show you the light. Yeah, you already know. It's a banger. It's such a banger, but more importantly, it's so true. Like, it's so unbelievably true. Sometimes the darkness will show you the light. And that's what I feel like, for me, has created so much liberation, is like the absolute darkness and then switching that into the light. And I love that. So anyway, point being, all of this is on me. It's my previous decisions that have made me me, and it's my current ones that will make me me. It's my current ones now that will make me me. I'm going to become in the future, but my actions will dictate who and what I become. So it's my actions. I will make me me, whether I'm actively participating in that or whether shit just happens. Bang, fuck, I'm on fire, I love it. The current ones stack up. Day by day, eventually add up into who we are and what we do with our life. This is the key. We decide through our daily actions who we ultimately want to become. In a year's time, will I be someone who executes on their dreams every single day, even on the days they can't be fucked, or will I not? And that's just a simple reflection. I will either look at my power list and be like, you know what, bang, I am that dude, or I'll look at it and be like, I just did fuck all for the last year. The actions will make me who I have become. Everything we do or we don't do will make us who we are. It's just the way it is. So regardless of if you are surrendering to the universe and going with the flow, doing whatever feels right, those actions will lead you into who you become. Same goes for the person taking it personally and integrating practices and forgiving themselves intentionally and forging themselves intentionally into who they want to be. It's the same thing. Like, whether you're just fucking off and living the like super chill life, like no responsibilities, it's going to forge you into who you become. Or if you're taking everything personally and really trying to maximize reality and forging yourself or forging ourselves into who we are, like both of those ways of life make us who we are. Like, you can't get out of who you become. It's just what happens. I'm beating a dead horse here, but you guys get it. So, point being, no one escapes this truth of life. We become, and it's up to us who we become. So how do we create new experiences, new versions of ourselves? With different inputs, specifically those that the future version of ourselves would do. Inputs or actions that over time stack and create opportunity. And a great example of this is, recently I've joined a partnership with AG Power Tools for my landscaping work, and they've given me a bunch of free tools in exchange for content. Now, they wouldn't have given me that if I wasn't making content and it didn't prove my skills. So the process of making content has stacked and allowed me to receive things for the skills of making content. So hopefully that makes sense. Like, we can choose with our daily actions whether we're utilizing skills that stack, or we're just fucking off and watching Netflix or whatever. Not saying that's bad, but there's a time and a place, as long as you're equally integrating and doing skills that stack. Whoa, I'm trying to get this all in one take. I'd love to edit this, but I'm just going to send it. So let's have a look at this graphic to fully understand this concept I'm talking about right now. So we are who we are because of our previous actions We have a circle plus a circle equals 2 circles. Whoa, mind blowing. We have a square, and a square equals 2 stacked cubes. So circular decisions, looping behaviors keeping us stuck. Those circular circle decisions. Square decisions, investment decisions that stack, creating opportunity in the future. Trying to think, is this a circle decision or a square decision? Will this $50 I spend on McDonald's bring anything back to me in the future other than negative health? Or will this $50 into a Sharesies investment fund to learn the skill of investing? Now, hypocritical, because I'm not the greatest at managing my finances, but the point being, are the actions we're taking circular or square decisions? I love this concept. I'm a huge fan. So, a circle decision. A circle will always be a circle. A circle will always be a circle. They can't be stacked. They're circular decisions that loop our behaviors, causing stagnation in our life. And you know what they are. You damn know. You know right now. I know right now the things I'm doing in my life that are circular decisions. God damn. But a square decision, a square will always be a square, which could be considered an investment decision. They stack, and opportunity presents themselves from these decisions in the future. So we have to make a choice. Our time will pass regardless. We either create opportunity or we will let time pass. No one escapes this. We either create opportunity or... I just butchered that, but I'm trying to pause for impact here. We either create opportunity or we let time pass. No one escapes this. Time will pass. It's up to you if you're making circular or square decisions. It's up to us as individuals to take control and forge ourselves into who we want to be in the future. And it doesn't have to be this serious fucking crusade to become the person I've always wanted to be. It can be fun. It can be enjoyable. It can be a beautiful process, like a butterfly being reborn. But actually, that's what I feel like my life has been like. So let's choose. Let's choose to stack with our daily actions. It can be as small or big as you can handle. It can be simply hydrating adequately, eating good food. It could be anything that will give you a return in the future, whether that's through trying to build a social media following or platform. I'm speaking personally here, or a side business, or whatever it might be. Learning skills at work, whatever. Let's try and stack the skills. Let's try and be more aware with our time that we have on this fucking planet and maximize our life. And let's get every last drop from this bitch. So with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for engaging in a big old forward fold with me. That was long, but I'm feeling good because of it. That was a big stretch. I like it. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get every last drop. Let's make some good decisions day by day. Power list, write it down, make notes, engage intentionally, and forge yourself into the person you've always wanted to be. Let's do it. Thank you, guys. Peace.